I'm Mark from Route 249. I'm back with another segment of the Zoom HD16. One of my subscribers had written me about some vocal tracks that he wanted to make in sync with each other. They didn't end at the same time. He wondered if time stretch might help him do that. And yes, it can. But time stretch has its own parameters. It will take the whole track that it's working on and time stretch or shrink the whole track. I haven't heard his track, so I don't know if he can just use time stretch or not. So what I have done is I have made 5 tracks here. Track 3 is my lead. And what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate that in 2 ways just to show you what he can do or what you can do. Notice how the last note of the lead ends on the last note of the rhythm here. These 2 here end at the same time because we're going to change that. So what we're going to do, we're going to use 6, 7, and 8 for our time stretching. First of all, we're going to go and take that whole track, number 3, and move it and time stretch it. So we hit Project Utility, arrow over to your track edit, hit enter, and arrow forward or back either way till it says time stretch. Hit enter. Now it's going to ask you what track you want to. Now you can just arrow back and forth, or you can just hit it. I'm just going to hit it. 3 is the one we're going to time stretch. It asks for my destination. I'm going to put it in 6. So we hit enter. And now it's asking me percentage wise how much I want to shrink it or expand it. Or you can do it in beats per minute. And I'm just going to manipulate the beats per minute. And just to give you a good show of what it's going to change, I'm going to put it at 115 beats per minute. It was at 100, so this will give you a good idea of how much it's going to change it. And I hit play, and it's going to play through it. And if I want to, I can turn this wheel and it will continue to change it. But whenever I hit stop, then it locks in wherever you were at, and there it says 115. Now, if I could change it while I was listening to it, but you're still only listening to the one track. But if you got a good idea, like a metronome or something, of how fast you want it to go, you might be able to slow it down and speed it up as you're listening to it to get it where you want it. Alright, now it asks me if I wanted to stretch it. I hit enter. It says the stretch is complete. Now it's over in 6. Our stretched one is. So if we exit out of that and I turn off number 3 and turn on number 6, we're going to listen to what it sounds like with it stretched. Now notice it won't end on this one. See how it didn't end with that as it did before. So what we have done, we sped that portion of it up. Now you can play around with it and get it where you want to, or you could use it proportionately. Like let's say it's at 100% now, so if you go 150% or 125%, maybe proportionately depending on the speed of your song, it may sound alright with it. With this one, it didn't particularly sound that pleasing to your ear. So I have another option of what I want to do. I'm going to take this 3, and I've listened through the song, and there's a few notes at the very end at 14 seconds that you will change. And we're going to manipulate those last ones. There's like a dead space there, and then it goes into the last few notes. We're going to manipulate those. So what we're going to do is go to our project utility, arrow over to our track edit, and it's copy, and I'm going to copy track 3, and I'm going to start it at 14 seconds, which is when those last few notes start in. And we're going to run it to maybe 31, 30. 30 will be long enough. Alright, ask me for my destination track. We're going to put it on 7 and hit enter. Now we want it to start at 0. It says copy, yes. So now it's copied those last few notes there. If I exit out of this, I can turn these faders down, and now it's in 7. We're going to listen to that, just that one. Just those last few notes. Alright, so now we can take those last notes. We're going to hit Project Utility, Track Edit. We're going to arrow over for our time stretch, hit enter. Now we're going to manipulate the one we copied to 7. It asks for the destination. We're going to put it over on 8. And we're going to change the percentage to 110. That's fast enough. You'll be able to tell the difference in it. Hit play. Hit stop. Ask me if I want to stretch. Yes, I do. Stretch is complete. Now I put that over an 8. Alright. Now what we have to do is we have to combine the two. So what we'll do now is we're going to arrow back over, doesn't matter which direction, to copy. We're going to copy track 3 because that's the one that has our good one on it. Hit enter. It's going to start at 0, and then it's going to end at that 14 seconds, so that we're cutting out what was on it, so we can put our new ending on it. We're going to put it over on 6, and we're going to start at 0, yes. Copy, yes. So now we put that over on 6, and we're going to take our ending that we have time stretched. Oh, we're going to have to copy that one on 8 and add that to the other one. So 8 is our source. We're going to start at 0. We're going to end it at, that'll be fine. Just make sure you have enough room for it all. We're going to put it over on 6, and we're going to start it at 14 seconds. Copy, and copy it will. Now we can listen to what that sounds like. We'll exit out. We're going to turn 6 on, turn 3 off, and we'll get to hear what it sounds like. But you'll notice that 5 and 6 won't end at the same time like they did before. It ended a little bit before the last chord. So that's how you can manipulate like an ending if you want to. Or you could do the entire track if you wanted to. But you have a lot of different options in there where you can maybe even cut segments out and put them back in, or mix them up in different ways. And that shows you how you can put things together too, if you need to. So I hope this was helpful. If you need a better explanation or need something else, just let me know and we'll try and get it to you. Alright? So, till next time, we'll see you where music meets the highway of life at Route 249. Take care.